What's up, family? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in and rocking with me. For those of you who normally watch my videos and subscribe to me, as you can tell, I'm not in one of my vehicles, which is where I make most of my videos. I'm actually downtown Savannah, which y'all will probably get this video. I don't know, I might upload it for tomorrow morning, but I'm in downtown Savannah just, disconnecting from the norm of life as we all need to do every once in a while. So if you hear an ambulance go by or whatever, I'm downtown, so that's what it is. But I wanted to make this video. I've been doing a lot of walking today, and I was thinking about a video that I wanted to put out. And I was thinking about growing up being the oldest of three and how I've always seen myself as the black sheep of the family. And I know that many of you are probably black sheep or feel that you are black sheep or being treated in your family or your social circle as a black sheep. And in particular, if you are young, you may or may not know how to move in that kind of space. You can feel awkward, you feel funny. I know I did. There's different thought processes that you go through, how to handle people, how to deal with people, why they see you a certain way, why they say the certain type of things that they say, why nothing you do ever appears to be good enough, especially when you're talking about family. Especially when you're talking about family. Once you're in that box, you're kind of in that box. So I want to talk about, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 different points that may help somebody that see themselves as black sheep. Now, let me say this. These are not going to be ranked in order. However, my first point I would say is the number one thing that you need to do if you're going to overcome and eventually evolve into just who you are and don't worry about what nobody else thinks. So, number one, what I had to learn, me personally, and everything that I'm talking about is things that I've already had to deal with, transition through, walk out to get to where I am now. Number one, you have to accept the fact that you are different. You have to accept the fact that you are different. The majority of people who are considered to be black sheep spend years trying to get other people to accept them. They spend years trying to earn acceptance from people who have already decided they're not going to give it. And when you realize that fact, that point, it'll change your life. You, listen to what I'm saying. There are people that will spend years of their life in one way or another trying to earn acceptance from people who have already decided they're not going to give it. In other words, no matter what you do, you're not going to get the acceptance from people. But in your mind, here's the deal. In your mind, you will tell yourself, if I just do this the way they want me to do it, they're going to accept me for who I am. And I'm telling you right now, it's not going to work. Accept the fact that you are different. Move away from proving yourself to them, and you want to move more into being yourself. Stop proving and just be who you are. Let it flow naturally. Don't keep trying to prove yourself to, like I said, people who already determined they're not going to accept you anyway. When you realize that, move away from proving yourself to being yourself. And the day that you do it is the day that you will be free. I would say that's point number one. Accept the fact that you are different. Realize as people that's already determined You're not going to be accepted regardless of what you do, even though it's probably a subconscious thought. It's not something they're really thinking about, but they've already determined it. But when you accept the fact that you're different, when you realize that nothing you do, you're not going to gain their acceptance, and you move towards being you instead of proving yourself to them, that's the day you will be free. Number two, recognize that you are unique. That means that you're going to think, live, and move by different values than the people that are around you. Recognize that you are unique. If you try to blend in, and I've tried to do this, if you try to blend in with people and get their acceptance and they don't think like you're the one that's going to end up frustrated. They're not going to lose any sleep over the situation. They're simply going to be you frustrated that they don't accept you. They don't agree with how you think. They don't agree with how you move. They don't agree with your values. They don't agree with how you live. And you're just going to be trying to come up with more ways that you can try to convince them that you are all right, that you are just like them. Stop doing it. Recognize you are unique. You live by a totally different set of values. It's not better than theirs. It's not less than theirs. It's just different than. Accept it. Except that some people need you to be wrong so that they can be right. Accept that. Some people in your social circle need to point the blame at someone, so they need you to be wrong so that they can be right. Accept it. And once you realize that there are people around you that's that way, even if they're in your family, once you realize that, you'll stop playing their game. Their whole purpose is to keep pointing a finger, showing things in areas in your life where you may have come up short, at least in their mind, so that they can always seem like they're the ones that's on the up and up. Just accept it. That's number two. Number three, set your boundaries. Set your boundaries. This is something I had to do. If you measure yourself by somebody else's expectations, you will always come up short. Remember, I said that. Set your boundaries so that you can measure your life and your goals by boundaries and perimeters that you have set for yourself. Don't let somebody else set those boundaries, and you a grown person. Don't let somebody else set those boundaries for you. If you measure yourself by somebody else's expectations, you're always going to come up short. You're always going to come up less than. Even in my own personal family, if I measure myself right now by their expectations of me, being the oldest, being all this and that, the talents that I have, the gifts that I have, the things, the knowledge, if I measure by their expectations, according to their expectations, I should be a Colin Powell. According to their expectations, I should be president of the United, I should be according to their expectations. But if I measure myself by their expectations, I'll never be good because until I'm Colin Powell, until I'm president of the United States, see, until I become that, then I'll never be good enough. And I have to tell myself I'm not good enough because I'm measuring myself by what they consider I should be in my life. Set your own boundaries. Listen, black sheep. Set your own boundaries, set your own standard. You know you better than anybody else. You know what's in your spirit and what's in your heart better than anybody else. And you know what you want to accomplish based on what you have and the cards that's been dealt to you more than anybody else. Set them yourself. Last but not least, and this is going to be a tough one because we always, even from a child, we want to be accepted. Even from a child, we want to be understood. This is going to be a tough one, even for adults. Make peace with the fact, if you're going to be a black sheep, you're going to be successful at being who you are. Make peace with the fact that you will not be understood by those who consider you black sheep. Particularly what I'm talking about in this video is family members and close social friends in your social circle. Make peace. Don't just say it, because a lot of times we can say stuff and it ain't in us yet. You gotta say it and live it and walk it and say it and live it and walk it until you make peace with the fact that you will not be understood. And you have to understand that the right people that's supposed to be in your life will value you because you are different. The very reason that your family and your social circle put you as an outsider, other people will bring you in because of the fact that you are different. Stop apologizing for it. You ever go to say something and then you want to apologize before you say it because you want to say something like, "Well, I know I'm a little different than y'all. I know this may be, to you." Every time you say that, you're giving them permission to put you on the outside of the group as an outsider. Every time, because you almost apologizing before you even speak your mind. You're setting yourself up. Don't do it. Make peace with the fact that you're not going to be understood. And the right people that's supposed to be in your life will value the fact that you are different and they will gravitate themselves to you. This is for all the black sheep that is watching this video. Hopefully it helps. And I'm going to end with the thing I started with. Number one, just accept the fact that you are different. Y'all got it? Good.